Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome. Thanks for coming. This is, I guess, my second official guest on my
Awesome.
channel. So thank you, Scott, for coming and being part of it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. I think if you want to introduce yourself a little bit.
Sure. I'm Scott, and I have my own tarot channel for you, those of you that do not know. And I see a lot of familiar faces. So, hi, everybody. And yeah, I'm just have a tarot channel, Scott Scorpio Sun Tarot. If you want to subscribe and check it out, be awesome. I do all kinds of different things with tarot and oracle, and sometimes we just goof off and have fun. So it's a great group of people that are in there that are in the chat all the time. So yeah, come over and check it out. And
Yeah.
that's basically it.
And his information's in the description below too. So make sure to
Thank you.
subscribe. I recognize a lot of people. Jessica, Jackie, hello. If you are a new subscriber to my channel, a lot of you came from Linda G, I know.
Welcome.
In case if you don't, my name is Jason Tempinski, and I am I do hypnosis, QHHT, which is kind of like a spiritual hypnosis, and past life regression, and psychic medium, and do readings too. So that's a little bit about me. Yeah.
Awesome.
So I guess unless Scott has any other information to share, if you want to start posting questions, entertainment purposes only, all caps and emojis, and I don't think Scott does either, the political questions or health related questions. So just anything else would be great. Let's see. There's Viviani. Hello. I think everybody's on your channel almost.
There's some on yours too.
Yeah.
There. Yeah. Debbie, no, on your channel.
Yeah.
Viviani, yeah.
Yeah. True.
Hey guys.
There's 1, 2. Are you going to be guests or on any other channels upcoming, or?
I do have Linda G coming on August 12th, I think it is, onto my
Oh, wow.
show. And so I have no idea what we're going to do yet, but
Yeah.
that's going to be interesting. But I don't think you even have to have an itinerary with her and people will just show up. So yeah, that'll be fun. And I have a couple collaborations, but I don't have the exact dates
Okay.
right now, but they're not anytime soon. They're within next 2 to 3 weeks. I actually got a new job that's starting next Monday. So the first 2 weeks are getting your license. It's for an insurance position. So I'll be taking it kind of slow during those 2 weeks, and then after that, probably get back to doing the fun stuff and the collabs and all that.
Yeah.
So
well, congratulations on the new job.
Thank you.
So I guess I have some start. So no particular order. Yeah. Are you ready?
I'm all set. Yes.
Okay. So the first one is from McBee or McBoo. Oh, I remember that name.
Hello.
I was on with Ginger Faye, and she was calling him B.
Big
So
B.
yeah.
I think they answer to just about anything. They're pretty cool about their names. So
Yeah. Oh.
right. So MCB, got that right now, and it's kind of a time that is a little bit where you're having to have some patience. There's not much going on, but there really is. There's like seeds that are being planted, but you just got to wait for them to, come out. This is the Seven of Pentacles. So this is all about having patience and just waiting. And then for your advice card, you got the Two of Swords, and it's kind of like making a decision, and like they're kind of turned against each other here, but if they just turn around, they're right there. So all you have to do is maybe look at things in a different direction. I'm not sure if you're single or taken. But if you're single, I would say, just maybe look in a different direction for the type of person that you're looking for, because love can come in all forms. And if you are taken, then I would say turn around and have some communication and put the cell phones down, and just get to know each other even more. And then the King of Pentacles is here. He's got everything he needs. So this is I think your outcome is very good. He's got everything he needs, everything he wants, but it's because he's worked at it. So love requires work. So just remember that, and give 100% and expect 100% in return. Make sure you have your boundaries, and I think that things will go well for you. So yep, that's what I got.
Yeah, I kind of had the same question, so I don't know if you're taken or not. I got the adventures card. So I feel like this can go either two ways. One being that if you're together, trying to put your phones down, getting outside, doing some fun, finding some joy. If you're single, then it's about being open to people who might be headed your way. Everything is pretty positive. Navigating by the stars. This is all about just following your heart, putting all the chatter to the side, following and trusting your intuition. Again, this would depend on whether or not you're single. Okay.
Single, right?
Good. Well, not good. Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on the person.
Right.
So yes, trusting your heart and your intuition. I usually associate with it that people may come in different packages, meaning it may not be someone you expect. So just being open to that. And it seems like you're moving into your spring, even though it's a hot summer. So again, this is kind of, I think this is about, there's been a lot of this coming through that getting back in touch with your inner child and kind of the mystical, magical part. It's really important for us all to be doing that right now. So doing this, it's giving yourself permission to have fun right now too. So don't meet someone and just, get the U-Haul right away. Spend some time. right.
like that. Don't get the U-Haul quite yet.
Exactly.
Got a friend that wants to say hi real quick. Say
All
hi,
right.
baby. He's been circling me here for a little while, so.
All right. Thank you, McBoo. Let's see. Next one. Jessica, may I have a message from my spirit team?
Hey, Jessica Lynn.
Mm.
I've got great cards for you, Jessica. I've pulled 3 from the Luna Soul. You got the Ace of Wands. So this is about your passion, your creativity. I would say finding, something that you love to do. And I'm not sure if you found a job yet or not, but I'm sure you're going to soon. And this is just following up with the things that you learned in school and going forward with that. And then for your advice card, you got the 3 of Cups. So you need to do some celebrating. So there's nothing wrong with that. And having fun and kicking back a little bit. And you've done the serious stuff with, I know Jessica just graduated grad school. And that's the reason I was saying that. I know that she has, worked really, really hard. So kick back and relax a little bit, and then you want to keep pushing forward at the same time. So you're steering the chariot and see the love sign on there. So there might be something coming in with love as well. Just keep focusing on what you want and um, what it is that you're going after at this point, whether it be a job or whatever, because I think you're going to get it. You just need to keep focusing, and in between, it's okay to have some fun and do things that would make you happy too at the same time. So besides just your career, because I think your career will make you happy as well once you get into your job. Then yeah, you're in between worlds here. So you're in between, where you were before and where you're going to. And this is just you getting your wings and being able to fly. And so I think your spirit team is saying you're on the right track. Keep doing what you're doing and just keep pushing forward, and make sure that you are not forgetting to have fun. And just remember, you know, we only have little time here on earth. So remember to just be like that, be carefree and happy, and then go for what you want to, because time is now. So that's what I got. What you got, Jason?
Uh, First one, which makes sense since I know that about your grad school graduating. So congratulations. Definitely, this is about gratitude. So soaking it all in. I know that grad school is not the easiest thing to do, especially if you're working full time. So just having that gratitude and acknowledging where you are, and not getting caught up too quickly and okay, now what, where am I going to work and everything like that. So just definitely, like Scott said, giving yourself time. Um, Along with that, rejuvenating rain, so clearing the past, heal the present. So this is all about letting go of past old beliefs and belief systems, whether it be about yourself or others, just really being open to what's to come. Um, uh, there's also an element of using water as kind of a cleansing agent. Is kind of a weird word. I don't know why that came in my head, but putting your intention to the water. So like taking showers, taking baths, going in the ocean, anything like that, just see that as a kind of like a ritual purification to help release any of the stress, built up stress, or anything else that you've accumulated. So it is a time to kind of recharge your batteries. And last one is potential. And on the card is actually a dormant volcano. um, this could go many different ways, but it is an important thing to not explode. So it's about releasing emotions and energies that you've accumulated again. So I think this is just a total kind of emotional detox time for you, and that it's funny because it's not really about erupting, but it's just taking one step at a time and just taking breaths along the way. So that's what I have.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Jessica.
Do you want to pick some that I started, or how do you want to do it?
Sure, I can.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see. Um,
That's good.
how about Krista K? Since she's coming from your channel there.
Okay.
I don't think I can highlight it, but you can.
Oh.
I can see it, but I can't highlight it. I can't put it on the screen.
Oh, I see. Oh, I didn't know that. Learning
Yeah, there
experience.
you go.
Let's see. Krista K. Currently working on my master's research project. Will this work lead to abundant career options? Okay.
Awesome.
Good question.
So the Seven of Wands is about going forward, but just I like to call it the badass card. Krista, hope it's okay to say that, Jason. Just you are that kind of bad person that not bad in the way that you. Anyways, you are a strong, powerful person, and just know that you can take on anything that comes your way here. And so I know that you're working really hard, and I think that it's definitely going to lead to good things because your advice card is the Nine of Cups. This is the manifestation card. Okay, so when you're believing in something that is going to come true, that you're going to have abundant career options, that's going to make them come true even more. So just believe in yourself, believe in the um, final outcome is going to be what you want it to be, and then kind of release expectations, because once you do that, you allow spirit to work through you and to work and show you even better things that could come up, through opportunities. But your outcome is the sun, so that's joy and success. And it's just a great card to get for the outcome of working on something and then wanting to see you know those different options come through. So yes, I do think you will have abundant career options. I'll pull a oracle card here for you, and I got decisions, predictive guidance, prophets, and ancient seers. Okay, so the decisions that you have to make, I think, will lead in the right direction. Okay, and just remember your guidance. So um, I'm just hearing like looking at guardians and guides and angels that can help you through this time, whichever you're comfortable with saying. They're all kind of the same as far as what I believe, anyways. And they can all, help you with making the decision to choose the best job that's for you.
Um, Yeah, this pretty much aligns with Scott as well. So the first is just remembering, staying on focused, holding the course, knowing that you're on the track. And I mean, especially if you're doing your research project, you're almost to the finish line, um, which is great. So the suggestion is, you know, not questioning yourself, just trusting that you'll do fine in what you're doing. There is also spirit guardian with spring, which is activation. So knowing that your spirit guides are, you can ask for help, that they're by your side. So might seem strange asking your spirit guides for help on a master's project, but maybe there's something spiritual mix in the mix that might be able to that you might be able to tap into with them. Activation is also about inspiration and new opportunities, all about the spring, so all that's associated with that. So just remembering to kind of have the joy and seeking beauty in the life around you, remembering that it's good to get outside and get into nature. I've been there, so I totally understand what it takes. So definitely doing that. Um, Also inner peace. So this I just think is also from your guides, just remembering to find stillness, rejuvenate, take a break. And I think that the stillness is important in terms of just I think it's more about allowing things to unfold as they will. So with the abundant career options, just having faith that that will happen, and not, just being in the present is essentially kind of what they're pointing me towards. And then the Winter Guardian, which is about taking care of your needs. So remembering just eat healthy. I think this is more about just self-care. So just remembering to do that as well. So,
Awesome.
thank you for the question. Let's see.
Thanks, Krista.
Who's next? Michelle. Hello, Michelle.
Michelle.
My dad passed in September of 2012. His name is Jim. How is he doing? I'm wondering what he's up to.
Okay, so Michelle, I pulled from the Talking to Heaven cards and by James DeProg. And the first three I got here, I got I am learning over here. So that's what he's up to. He's learning all kinds of knowledge and things that he didn't know before. And usually when I see this card, it makes me think that there's probably a reincarnation that is taking place. It doesn't mean that it already has or that it already hasn't. Just means that it probably is going to be taking place because he's learning even more to take with him, when he comes back. And he wants you to know, don't be afraid. All right. So you can kind of see the rocks here in the water, and looks like you could crash into them, but instead he just wants you to know to be strong and that you are a pillar of strength and look at it that way. And also, I love this card. Is I wish I had told you more often how much I love you. And it's so important that he wants you to know that he wishes he had done that. But at the same time, he wants you to be able to tell the people that you love how much you love them more often as well, is what I'm hearing. And I'll draw a tarot card for you. There's one poking up here, so we'll honor that. You got the Hierophant. So this is all about teaching and learning. So again, we got learning coming in, and I'm just thinking that he wants you to be a teacher and a learner as well. So not necessarily your occupation as a teacher, but that you're learning things here on earth. This is our school, and that you're being able to teach other people what you have learned as well as for far as spiritual things. So I think he wants you to put your foot in the water a little bit with that, and or your toes in the water, and learn some new things, and then be able to teach them to other people. And yeah, he's kind of matter of fact. And at the same time, he's got a good sense of humor. But I just see him as saying he just loves you so much, and that he's definitely learning a lot that he didn't know before. Yeah.
I get I get the sense that at least there's a shard of him that will always be with you. So just confirming that, I think just the fact that you still think of him, my understanding is anytime a loved one who's passed pops in your mind, that's usually, well, that is a sign that they're around. So it's
Mhm.
not coincidental every time that that happens. Um, there is a sense kind of that I don't know if you're on the brink of a decision or if you are um, kind of thinking about taking a different direction that maybe I don't how to put it uncertain about. Um, and I guess I'll hold up this one. Um, it's fulfillment. So I think this that there is if this hopefully resonates that just letting go of limiting beliefs and things along that line in terms of a decision that he's with you, he's there to support you. I also got the shield maiden, which is making plans focus. There's also a sense of protector energy um, around that. So knowing that you're protected in the decisions, but ultimately the decision that you're uncertain about can lead to abundance and fulfillment and joy. Um, so definitely, again, the navigating by the stars came up. So this is following your heart. We are moving we're moving very quickly into a new phase in terms of vibration and frequency where monetary won't be as much as a factor. It will be happening very soon. So, this is the time for you and everyone to really start pursuing what drives them and what they're passionate about. Also, the meandering pathway, which is all about flow. So, just it's taking, you know, baby steps along the way, maybe not making a full decision, but rather, just moving slowly. I sometimes I get an image of quicksand where, the if you struggle in the quicksand, you'll sink. But if you take small steps out, you can get out of the quicksand. So I think he's pointing to, don't feel overwhelmed. Just take it one step at a time. Um, and then I also got the Kashik Stargate, which essentially acknowledges that there's no wrong path. So you are at a crossroads. There's no right and wrong. It's also the acknowledgement that you are aligned with your purpose. So there's just that reassurance that you're exactly where you need to be and just trusting as you move forward.
Awesome.
Hopefully that helps and resonates.
I love that analogy about quicksand too. I'd never heard that quite like that before. That's interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. Any that pop out to you?
Let me see. So, how are we feeling about a health question?
Sure.
Got one. I like the one that stood out to me was hurricane
Okay.
or CE. I think it's the last one you got started there.
Okay.
Uh, Hi, hurricane.
I just learned my 46-year-old son Joshua has stage 3 kidney failure.
Sorry.
A lot of health issues, relies on a lot of medications. What does he need to do to reverse this? Also, a lot of depression. Okay. And as we answer this, acknowledging neither of us are physicians, and this is entertainment purposes only.
Right. Definitely.
Trust the medical advice. Um,
Try to get to my cards here in a minute if the cat doesn't swat me with his tail. And I only have two, by the way. I know they've both been up here. Like, how many cats does he have? Let's see. Yeah, with depression, I understand because I've had it through the years as well, and this can be a depression card, where you can't make any decisions and just everything is overwhelming. The good thing is if you would be able to, you know, take off the blindfold, be able to see better, and then this card becomes peace. As you can see the peace sign up there. It's just a matter of taking off the blindfold and then maybe having him look at things a little bit differently. And I can see that there's a lot of conflict. This is the Five of Wands, a lot of conflict in his mind right now because of the health issue or health issues. So just making the conflict cooperation and cooperating with you cooperating with him and then just cooperating back and forth, I think would help. But cooperating with the doctors, and then the outcome card I got is the Four of Pentacles. So make sure he gets everything that he needs. I'm sure you're doing that already. Just make sure that he knows how much that he is loved, and he can take he needs a lot of care right now is basically what I think this is saying. So give him that care, and have people come in if you need to. If I'm not sure if he's at home or not, but if he's at home, make sure you're not handling this all on your own. Make sure that you have other people that are helping you as well, so that you don't get burnt out also. And let me give you a card here. Leave your usual social circles behind. And it's different. It says seek out true companions. So this might be for you just to be leaning on people who are like-minded instead of your usual social circles is what this is basically saying. So make sure that the people that you're around are like-minded, and that you're getting the nourishment you need from them so that you can give that to your son as well. And my condolences to you, and I'm sorry to hear about the situation, but I think definitely love will make it a lot better. So even more love. So that's what I got.
So I've been reading your other comments, Hurricane, about you think he's an empath. I wish I could talk to you more about this, so I'm going to go with what I'm getting because I think there's more to this. So I hesitate to like give any like affirmative answers in terms of kind of like the spiritual understanding of what he's going through with the kidney failure. It's just acknowledging that all the physical symptoms we experience are messages from spirit. The kidney is all about toxicity, and so it's really it's complicated by the fact that if you feel he's an empath, but he's not open to it or aware of it, we are in a time right now where it's a little crazy for empaths because there's so much going on. Things are changing. Abilities are being flipped on for people who have never had abilities before. So there is this uncertainty, and it's a matter of if you feel like he's an empath, one thing is helping him with that. I think just the fact that you hear that you are spiritual and aware, if he's open to it, but there's also the acknowledgement that it would be his choice as to whether he would want to do this type of work. But just giving him the opportunity to really explore that with you, kind of spiritually speaking, kind of takes the ball out of your court, because it's without getting into a long explanation, it's important for you to be able to release. The thing that I'm getting is he may have a lot of toxicity in his life, possibly relationship. It's oh wow, okay. It just needs to be a time of reflection, and the Mirror Guardian taking time to reflect. So this came up. It's just really going piece by piece through his life up until this point to see what choices he's made, the relationships he's had, the careers he had. I mean, it can be endless in terms of what that is, but it's like overload. When it's kidney failure, that means that he's closed down and he's closed off to, and in some essence, closed himself down to feeling. Again, this is difficult not to speak with you more, but the depression, I have a sense, is, and this is fairly common with people with abilities right now, that not really understanding why they're here. So if anything, it's really his journey and his path, but maybe helping him to realize some things about himself that you are aware of. Because essentially, if he's able to release a lot of the toxicity, it could very well be that he's carrying a lot of toxicity from other people around him unknowingly, which is actually more common than we know. That when we empathize a lot with someone who is ill or someone who's going through a lot, sometimes we take in those illnesses and symptoms ourselves. So this is just all a matter of communication, and if he's open to it or not. So I really, that's kind of what I'm getting. That was a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So just really focus on toxicity in his life or from others. It could be a matter of him needing to adjust diet, adjust health, or even adjust environments, friendships, circles of friends. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So that's pretty much what I have. And still there's this reassurance. Miracles can happen if he's willing to do this work. It is possible. I'm not a physician, entertainment purposes only. It is possible to reverse it by releasing these toxins and also helping him to reopen to the possibility in the world of feeling emotion, joy, all of that. So I hope that um, resonates for you. So, thank you.
Thank you, Hurricane. Jackie had a question. She's asking now which deck that you were using. Not sure which
Uh,
one she's referring to there.
oh, it might be the Guardians. Was it the Shield Maiden?
Might be, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the Angels and Ancestors, right?
yeah. Angels and Ancestors.
By Kyle Gray.
Yeah. Okay. Oops. Sorry, I didn't. I meant to star. All right. So I do hope all goes well, and he chooses to work on this with you, Hurricane.
She said, I do look for miracles. So that's
Okay.
great. That's perfect.
This August. Nivra. What does August look like energetically? Thank you. Let's see. And Pooja, I did star yours, so I promise we'll get to it. I wasn't teasing you.
Okay, so Nivra, it looks like you got a lot of decisions. This is the Seven of Cups. This is where you can see all the cups floating down here. Usually they're hanging up above, and the person is kind of lost in the clouds. Well, in this one, he's kind of drowning. So this is just having maybe too many decisions to make. And the only thing you need to do is just make a decision one way or another instead of getting caught up in the decisions. So if you have a decision to make, just make that and trust that source is going to guide you to what you to whatever that you have decided is going to be the right way, and you're going to get through it. And then you got the Four of Cups, and this is almost the opposite. This is not looking at the one right cup. So this is your advice card. I would say just make sure you're looking in the right direction as to how to go. And I think it's all summed up though by the King of Pentacles, your outcome card. This is the second time this has come out. So when I see second cards and third cards come out from different decks, it makes me think it's a message for a lot of people. So this is the King of Pentacles. He works hard for what he does and what he gets. So these are just minor cards right here. That the King of Pentacles kind of trumps those, and lack of a better word, but the King of Pentacles is a strong person who has worked to get what he has. So that would be you just working hard, doing what you do. I know you have your practice of Reiki that you do, and I think it's leading you in the right direction. There might just be a few hiccups along the way, not necessarily with that, but maybe in another um, place in your life. And let's see if we can find out a little bit more. You got the go the distance card. Okay, so this is just you at the end of a situation and coming into the finish line there. So you're actually right here, you're almost through. So if there's something that has been tripping you up lately, just know that you're almost done with that circumstance, and you're going to get some potentially great rewards and the things that are coming your way. Um, for all the hard work that you do. So that's what I got for you. Keep doing the what you're doing. Yeah.
I kind of feel like because I mentioned earlier how we're going through a very fast transition over the next couple of months. So I almost feel like this is for you, but also for all of us, if that makes sense. So the first one is be willing to take risks. We are in a time when, like I said earlier, we need to be trusting our heart more than our heads in a lot of situations. We're moving into a time where we need to be acknowledging and living by our intuition more, our passions, what's make us happy or joy. So if anything, this is about, I mean, the joy, the passion is actually healing and infectious. So it's good for everyone, and it's also good for the planet, for Gaia. Gaia needs that type of energy. So just really, having fun is important. Even though that there's a lot going on in other places of the world and other domains that Scott and I don't get into. We're not supposed to be succumbing to that. We need to be, it's attention equals creation. So that's the first thing. The second is we are coming to a time of miracles, where we can manifest our desires. It will be happening faster. So taking that with you into August and really considering what you want your life to look like, the ideal life. Again, that's for everyone. It's also a time when we need to be releasing fear, and we need to be releasing shame and regret and all those things that hold us back. So just moving back into that the inner child we all have, with the wonderment and the mystery and the fairies, elves, whatever you associate with that. And it's really a time for our own healing and growth, with you included. And it's all about expansion and regeneration. So many of us don't give ourselves permission to find joy and run through the woods or whatever whatever that means to you. If you have a problem doing it, see it as a responsibility. So go to the beach, pretend you're clocking in if you're a workaholic, and say, I need to put in my time to heal the earth and heal the planet. And then clock out. So I've gotten that from Spirit recently too. It's all a matter of perspective. So it's just continuing to expand, continued awareness, and just spiritual progress. And you're all here, so that's even a sign that you're all on that track too. So I hope that resonates for you. Thank you for the question.
Thanks, Nibra.
My giggles raises the vibe.
I agree. Hey, Sheila.
Let's see. Any stand out to you?
Let me see here. Sure. How about the first one there, Jan's free?
Okay. Hello, Jan. I like the dog.
Yeah, that's cute. There's two there, isn't there? I think.
I think the other one's like a cup or something.
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah, that's not a real dog.
Or it's that weird dog with a handle.
The weird dog with the handle. Yeah.
Um, let's see. Yes, we did have fun, Sheila.
Ooh,
On your-
18 years old, Jansfrey said. I guess that's the dog.
Oh, wow.
That's JJ, she said.
JJ. Let's try. Tonight's all about adventures. The adventures card came up again. I guess everybody needs to have an adventure.
Right. I believe Jansfrey that your dad is letting you know, and these cards, of course, are genderless. So yeah, the Queen of Cups though is very empathic and is an empath. So um, I believe that by getting this card, and I believe most people here in Jason's chat, are empaths if you're in here. So this is you being an empath and just understanding other people's feelings. And I think this is your dad just letting you know that you're doing a really good job, that you're managing your own feelings well. You're doing a good job with that, and you're managing other people's feelings, not letting them get you down, but having equanimity. And specifically, from the Talking to Heaven cards, I got, my death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt. Okay. And then I got, I am standing right next to you. So it looks like you've got a guardian angel or a guide there from your dad. And I just told that, he misses you very much, but he wants you to know that, he's right there anytime that you are missing him. You just reach out and talk to him because he's right there standing next to you. And I feel healthy and happy. So couldn't want more for our loved ones than that. So losing my mom, a little over a year ago, I understand Jan's free, about that. I'm not sure how long it's been, about your how long your dad's been gone, but yeah, just hold on and keep knowing that he's there, and that when you feel his presence, that's him saying that he's there, and that he loves you when he's on your mind. So that's what I got.
I feel like that JJ came in the conversation for a reason, so I don't know if there's either your dog is aware of your father being around, or I don't know if they were close. I don't even know if I'm not sure where that's coming from. It's possible, I guess. So there is that acknowledgement. I don't know if JJ kind of sees things that aren't there. Just knowing that if that's the case, then that's your dad popping in to say hello. Um, there is also the aspect of that he's. I'm not sure if you are having any type of physical issues or ailments or chronic pains, anything along that line. This is the medicine guardian card and being open to healing information. Um, just, I guess my nudge is to say, looking, and we're kind of moving into this era of looking at those messages as spiritual messages from. I feel like your dad is one of your guides too. That those intuitions, if you tap into your body in those areas that might be giving you discomfort, just tapping in and asking, what do you want me to know? it's actually a really powerful way to learn what those messages are and what you can do to move forward in the best way possible. So if anything, I've been giving you some healing information, not medical. I'm not a doctor, for entertainment purposes only. So that's one thing. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I didn't fully look at the card that I had pulled. So this is also, he's encouraging you to take shelter. Um, it's okay to take some time for yourself. The answers are within you. So I'm not sure if this has to do with the healing and just really kind of cleansing and clearing yourself in terms of the past. If you have the guilt that Scott brought up on the card as well. And the air spirit, which is about knowledge. So I think this is an encouragement to, we're in a time when we should be learning as much as we can and taking in as much information and growing, expanding as we can. So I think this is just a reinforcement to, I'm not sure if you've been doing a lot of reading or exploration, but that's just him kind of confirming that as well. So that's all I have. Thank you for the question.
Thanks, James Free.
Let's see.
They said I've been resting a lot, caregiving mom too. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome, James Free.
Yeah. Let's go with Donna. Do my guides have any messages? Yes.
Yep, I agree.
Thank you all for being here. For my second guest on my channel, make sure to subscribe. This information is below if you haven't subscribed already. Much appreciated. Donna said, anything more specific?
It made me laugh. Yeah.
To be continued.
Well, I got the Eight of Cups for you, Donna, and this is walking away from something that no longer resonates. So this may be something that you need to turn your back on, something in the past that's maybe um, making you feel a certain way. I'm hearing maybe getting on your nerves right now. So maybe something that you need to turn your back on for a little while and focus on you instead of focusing on, things that are creating a little bit of chaos in your mind here and in your thoughts. Because then you got the Six of Swords, which is all about the swords are all about thoughts, and the Six of Swords is moving from one place to another repeat card that we got here today, but it's moving from a place of indecision and moving to a clearer place in your mind, right? So that's your advice card, is to do that. And how do you do that? You go slow and steady. This is the Knight of Pentacles. You can see on this illustration, he's on a like a bull that's trying to go in the opposite direction. But it's just a meaning slow and steady. Wins the race. He is very methodical in what he decides to do, and takes his time. And he's usually the one that wins the race over the ones that are going real fast, and making it more of a sprint. Just remember that it's a marathon, and it's okay for you to go slowly, through whatever is whatever is coming in right now, so that you can go through it a little bit more smoothly. So I'm seeing that, and let me get you one from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Oh, interesting. You got TikTok. So this is saying, I think that you're relying a little bit too much on, how fast you're going, and instead try not to focus on this as much, and try to focus on, you know, being slow, methodical, and realizing that it's a it's not a race, it's a marathon. So yeah, that's what I got. Let me look at. I took some notes from this oracle because I really wanted to get to know it. It says, "Time is not real, divine timing." Okay, so this is basically saying it's not real anyway. So why are you focusing on the things that are, you know, causing you to stumble a little bit? Instead, just keep going forward, and being slow and methodical. You got the time is on your side, is what I'm hearing. So that was a little muddy, but I hope that that made sense and something resonated there for you, Donna. All right, thank you for being here. What you got, Jason?
Yeah. So this kind of
Wow.
supports what you were just talking about. They
Yeah,
are
it
guarding
does.
about shifting your perception. So I think that sometimes actually, I know that sometimes our guides encourage us to step outside of ourselves and almost look at ourselves as they do, with that unconditional love and concern for our, us being on our path, us finding our joy. So definitely, what Scott was just saying, this is important, and not to get too caught up in your head about um, hmm, like the shedding of old belief systems, limiting beliefs. This is all coming together. Also, I think Scott mentioned that if, taking a kind of inventory of your life, whether it be in your home or relationships, and asking the question, does this person or does this object or does this situation serve me? And if not, just let it go. Again, we are in this time of like house cleaning on all levels. So that might be even, I don't know, a garage sale. I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of organized clutter, I guess. um, and speaking of cleansing waters, really taking the time to slow down and take time for yourself. So this came up a little bit earlier. And this is also about getting rid of limiting beliefs, acknowledging that anything can happen, miraculous things can happen. And we are all powerful manifestors. So just having the faith that just setting the intention for the best possible outcome, or the most benevolent, well, I can't say that word, so I'm not going to try. Benevolent, there we go. Outcome. So just, it's okay to relax and take some time and breathe. You don't have to do everything all at once, like Scott said. And I don't see this card too often. The unicorn, which is all about purity. So if anything, this is acknowledging your personal potential, and I'm wondering if you're a healer in some form. that this will be essential moving forward, that this cleansing and clearing, so you can stand in your power and unleash your abilities onto the world, for the betterment of all. So that's all I have. Oh, she is all healer.
Yes, and she said slowing down is good advice. I'm working through old beliefs.
Yeah, that's one of the collective, like as a collective, the things that we need to be doing right now too. It's important to build a strong foundation for what has yet to come, and so doing this work on ourselves and the fogginess and not really understanding where we're going or how things are going to manifest is actually how it's supposed to be right now, because it makes us have to focus on ourselves even if we fight against it. So just keeping that in mind too. It's all for a higher purpose, higher good. Let's see. Viviani, I would love a message.
Right.
I didn't ask you if you have time constraints.
I am good for probably another 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do one more after this.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. Yes, questions. Yeah, so we're gonna do one more after this, and we have 10 start. So yes, questions are closed.
Thanks, Jack.
And if we don't get to yours, I'm going to be on again tomorrow with Kevin's loving vibrations.
Oh, cool. What time are you going to be doing that?
I think it's earlier. I think it's 4-ish Mountain Time. I'd have to go
Okay.
look. Yeah.
Gotcha.
5 p.m. Mountain Time. Yeah.
Gotcha. So it's 3 p.m. Eastern where I'm at. All right. And so it looks like there's some balance that needs to come to the forefront here, Viviani. This is the Two of Coins or Pentacles. And you can see flexibility as well. You can see the shoe there that they're kind of holding up everything, but it's a tricky situation possibly that you're in right now. It's what is so important is your life purpose. That's what the Judgment card for me is, your life purpose, a wake up call, and then allowing help to come in as well. You can see the hand helping the other hand there, and then just becoming something new based upon what your life purpose is, and going in that direction in all aspects of your life that you're going in that direction because that's what's going to make you happy. And then your outcome is the Page of Wands, and this is the Free Spirit card. So you can really just be happy with yourself and what you're doing if you just follow that advice and keep going forward. Okay, so let me draw another card here for you and go with this. I think this is the Spirit and Energy deck, is what it's called here. Okay, so this says learning a new path, and you got the Teacher card. So learning and teaching, that's all about the Hierophant in my mind. If this was a tarot card, this would be the Hierophant. You got the student who is learning from the teacher, and actually it goes both ways. So the teacher learns from the student as well. So this is just making me think that maybe for you to do some spiritual um, searching, as far as you could do it on YouTube or finding a spiritual book that would help you out and really connect you with source, and learning from the teachers who are on YouTube. Or if you don't have your own mentor, find a mentor that is either in life or is in um, not that YouTube is not life, but if you find somebody on YouTube that you think you can really connect with. And I know you talking to you earlier, you've been listening to Christina Lopes, so she's a great teacher to have, and she's on here on YouTube, a spiritual guru, if you would say, that's on here. So it does say learning a new path, though. So looks like there's a new um, something out there for you to take hold of, and there's someone that can help you on your way to do that. But don't forget just to be doing your life purpose and be carefree about things as well. All right, that's what I got. What you got, Jason?
It seems like you are on the verge of a great adventure, taking risk, venturing forward. Um, the visuals I usually get around this and concerning this is about, you're getting on the ship, moving forward to uncharted territory, just having the faith that the boat will take you where you need to go. The other part of this is um, it's almost leaving the old self behind on the bank or on the shore and turning back and seeing, old belief systems, old limiting beliefs, all that. It's kind of the new territory and the new country. So almost imagining yourself doing that. Because you have an incredible inner power that needs to be released. Um, Interestingly, the lightning, it's can mark a little bit of chaos, but I think that goes along with finding the teacher that Scott was talking about in order to kind of harness and fine tune and understand, what you're going to be doing and how to move forward the best way possible without shocking everyone. Bad joke. Time of change with the dragonfly spirit. So knowing that the future is bright, that you are supported, you are on your path. There is the element of the mysticism and, going forward with wonderment and without letting past experiences, people, situations hold you back. And the last one, and this came up again, the mirror guardian. So just taking time to reflect, acknowledging where you are in the present moment before getting on the boat, having gratitude for where you are and where you're going, even though it's not totally clear yet, and just trusting that you're supported along the way. So,
Awesome. Thanks, Viviani.
thank you. All right. The last question, I know I promised Pooja, so I will put up hers.
All right. Hey, Pooja.
I've been finding what my real passion is because I've been pulled out of something from something I know. May I have guidance for where I am? Guides to now. It seems like a logic puzzle. I've pulled out of something from something I know.
Hey. Took me a minute to look at that one.
It's cryptic.
Hey, Poocha, I got the star card. So this is all about having hope and healing. So just know that, you know, the card before this is the tower. You didn't get the tower, by the way, but the card before is the tower, and this is healing from something, pretty serious that may have come in. I'm not speaking necessarily about something physical. It could be something emotional, that's been happening. You said you're finding out what your real passion is. This is hope and healing so that you can find out what it is. And your advice card is Eight of Cups. It's coming up a lot today. Walking away from things that no longer resonate. And I love there's a boat here. He's just saying, see ya. I don't care how stacked the cups are. I'm out of here. I'm going to a better place. And so this is you moving from, not knowing to knowing what your real passion is. That looks like that's what you're doing. So basically, you're on the right track, is what that's saying to me. And your outcome is the Ace of Cups. So this is overflowing love, good emotions, being on a good wavelength, and just trusting in your guides and your spirit team. They're going to help you through, and finding out what that real passion is, and just sticking with that, and being fulfilled through doing that passion. All right, so let me pull you one more here. Yes, I have been feeling I'm going something hopeful, but where I don't know yet. Right. And sometimes that just takes a passion. And interesting enough, you got the clean it up card. So maybe there's some things that you need to put behind you. The Eight of Cups before you can move forward to find out what that passion is. So maybe like for me it'd be cleaning up my apartment and making things better so that I can bring new things in for my new job. It could be something like that. So just yeah, this doesn't have to be physical either. This could be just going from a mindset that you're going to erase the past. You're going to learn from it, but you're not going to cling to it, and you're going to keep going forward. All right, so that's what I got.
Yeah, the first one that I got is the night guard or the night. So the encouragement of just being brave and honest. I don't think this is about being honest. Well, of course you should be honest with others, but just being honest with yourself and acknowledging that this feels right and this is your passion. And like I said earlier, we are in a time when we need to really be stepping into our passions and letting our abilities or interests or creativity just flourish. Um, I think this is more about what you're leaving behind. So this card says truth, but this is more about that you have the ability or have had the ability to really see the truth in others, but when it came to you really evaluating what your own truth was, that's not so clear. So I think that if you are still kind of dealing with this, like, is this my truth? Is it not? But it also seems like you recognize this as a passion. So just trusting yourself in this matter and not letting others who may be questioning this, which I kind of am feeling like you may be second guessing based on the direction you're heading, just following your heart. Again, the navigating by the stars came up again. Just follow your bliss, follow your passion, and trust that you're being led to the direction you need to go. The Phoenix transmutation. Again, this is probably a rebirth from you and getting you outside of your comfort zone. I've recently received message from Spirit that was interesting, saying that when we feel the nervousness and that kind of shakiness, we've learned that we need to run the other direction, and they've confirmed that that is the vital life force that's running through us, and what we actually is important for our own growth and spiritual progression. So just the encouragement to be that phoenix and just leave the past behind, like Scott said. So that's all I have.
Thanks, Pooja.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that was the last question. So thank you everybody for being here, and thank you, Scott.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah. It was fun. And oh yes, Pooja says she's nervous. Yes, that's good. That's
Yes, I'm not- yeah,
spirit's clapping for you.
like that. Yeah.
Just trust it. If you're on your path, it's your passion. Things will come into place as you need them. So it's, it might not be clear now, but just trusting that your team's on your side in this process. So, all right. Yeah. So I know you have a show tonight.
Yeah, so I did move the Terror Spread Tuesdays just for tonight to 10 o'clock. So
Okay.
that'll be coming up at 10. So if anybody has seen, I got the times mixed up too. So so that's going to be at 10 and not at 9. So
Okay.
Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. Sounds
Thanks
good.
for that.
Yeah. Again, last time, if you haven't subscribed to Scott or me, feel free to hit like and do that. That's always helpful. And I will be on with Kevin's Loving Vibrations tomorrow. So if you like some more free readings, you're welcome to come on by. So, all right. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.